So, who do we have the pleasure of meeting on today?
Elvin Thomas Garrett.
Elvin Thomas Garrett. How old are you, Mr. Garrett?
96 years old.
When is your birthday?
On the 8th month, 12th day of 1920.
August 12th, 1920. And where were you born?
When was I born? I was born in 1920.
I said, where were you born?
Where was I born? Arlington, Tennessee.
And who was your doctor?
Dr. B.B. Battles from Galloway, Tennessee.
Okay. And who was your mother and father?
William Garrett and Mary Ella Murphy.
Did you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I had 6 brothers and 2 sisters.
And what are their names?
Louise Durham, she married a Durham. My other sister Mary, she married a Harris. John Harris was my brother-in-law, and Alan Durham was my brother-in-law.
And what are your brothers' names?
What is my brother? William, Hayes, Bob, Shirley, John, and Seville.
And did you always live in Arlington, Tennessee, or did you ever live anywhere else?
I never lived in nowhere else. All me and my brothers know. That's where my oldest brother was born and raised at. We were born and raised in the same house. My daddy was a big farmer.
So how old were you when you got married?
19 years old.
And what was your wife's name?
Martha Reed.
And how many?
Cole. Martha Reed Cole.
How many children do you have?
2.
And what are their names?
Elvin Jr. and Peg Ann.
All right. Do you have any other children?
Yeah, Alfred Garrett. It's my baby boy.
And when you grew up in Arlington and you got married, you went off to the military. What year did you go to the military?
I went to the military in 42.
And what branch of service did you go into?
I left from St. Louis, Missouri, and came to New Orleans, Louisiana. We did a Pope Battalion. And a Pope Battalion is service supply, which load tanks and ammunition and everything and ship it overseas.
While in the military, what were some of the places you visited?
Oh, man. Some of the places: Rouen, France, Paris, Canton, Cherbourg, Le Havre.
Okay, how long did you stay in the military?
Well, all together in the military, I stayed about 6 years.
About 6 years. So once you came back from the military, where did you live?
I came back to Missouri and taken GI mechanic training. They give me 4 years of schooling, of mechanical.
So what part of Missouri did you live in?
Carruthersville, Missouri.
And where else did you live?
I left Carruthersville, Missouri, and went to United Auto Workers in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. Not Detroit, Ben Harbor, Michigan.
Ben Harbor, Michigan. And then once you left Ben Harbor, Michigan, where did you reside?
Back to Memphis.
And where did you live in Memphis?
Oh, I lived in Memphis, and I got hired in Memphis as a welder, and we left. The welder went out of business, and I went to Memphis House Authority and went to work as refrigeration, serviceman, heat, everything.
So at 96 years old, Mr. Garrett, how's your health?
My health was pretty good. My first health was I had an attack of prostate. And I got over prostate, and from then on, my health was in pretty good shape. I had surgery for gallbladder trouble, but I always kept in pretty good shape.
Good. What advice can you give people today to live a long and prosperous life like you have?
be lovely, obedient, treat everybody right, and try to keep in bound with all mankind. That was my motto.
That's your motto.
Yeah, love their people.
So, how do you think things are different from back when you was growing up from the things that we have today?
Well, we have mostly computer brought a lot into this country. We talked about it, but now we're living in it. When I first read that when they would make an automobile, they'd have it so all without a steering wheel, all you would get in it and travel where you want to go.
So we're moving toward those times.
We're moving. So a little while back, we had people that go to the moon, but we read about that.
So, with that, what are some of your favorite things to do at age 96? What's some of the things you really enjoy?
Maintenance work. I enjoyed it. I taken care of a project, one for 3 years by myself working as a maintenance man, installing hot water tanks, repairing cook stoves, such as that, putting on gaskets on refrigerators.
Okay. So right now we're interested in some stories from World War II. As we can see, you're a World War II veteran. Could you give us some of the stories about World War II?
Yeah, I'll give you some stories about World War II. When I went in the Army from St. Louis, that's where I was drafted at, in St. Louis, and I went to New Orleans, Louisiana, with our basis training, and they had a camp there then. At that time, they called Camp Harahan, just out from about 2.5 miles out of New Orleans. And that's where we taken our basis training. And we left there and went to Charleston, South Carolina. And from South Carolina to Newport News, Virginia. And from Virginia, overseas to Liverpool, England. And from Liverpool to Manchester, England. And from Manchester, England to Cherbourg, France. We invaded France. Wow. In Normandy.
While you were in France, did you learn any other language?
All learned some broken English, French. Learn how to ask what way did some soldiers go, or ask for some food or some water, such as that. Not a major interpreter.
Okay, well, what were some of the things that you learned?
Well, I had a lot to learn about how the country was. I got a chance to see 5 of the biggest cities in the world on furlough. They would give me a furlough to Rome. I had a furlough to London, furlough to some of the big cities. Liverpool, I worked in there. That's where we loaded all our equipment at. Liverpool. Shipping it overseas.
Okay, well, great. So is there anything you would like to share with the people out in the world about Elvin Garrett? What would you like them to know about you?
I would want them to know about me as a nice person and intelligent and have respect for everybody.
And what's your personal motto?
My personal motto is the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
All right. Well, we thank you for your time, Mr. Garrett. We appreciate you, and we thank you for taking the time for this interview.
Thank you.